Hey guys, welcome back. Hope your guys' Monday is pretty good. Yeah, let's just get right into the news, huh? So, Xbox or Microsoft is going to save gamers about $150 because apparently they're going to be bringing remapping to all controllers. So that is pretty cool. It's going to be a feature that, is going to be only on the Elite controller, but the feature will allow Xbox users to reassign, the buttons to their controller to their liking, including swapping around the placement of buttons like A and B. And, this was also on the PS4, if you guys weren't aware. It came out in the 2.5 update. I never used it because I really could care less, to be honest. And, it's pretty cool. Microsoft didn't confirm when remapping would deploy to all controllers, but it's expected to launch in November. And it brings a highly, Xbox 360 backwards compatibility in November as well. So that's pretty cool. I can't wait for that, actually. That sounds like a really cool feature. Not the remapping part, but the backwards compatibility. So Microsoft said that, remapping is coming to all controllers soon. So that's pretty much all they said about that. Woo. That gave us so much detail. So yeah, what do you guys think of that? I think it's pretty cool. I mean, I never used the remapping feature, but that Elite controller looks sick, by the way, if you guys haven't seen that yet. I really don't get the point of remapping buttons. Maybe it's just me that I don't really care. So yeah, I guess they saved you $150, I guess. Alright, so Target, had an ad out there today that it says $50 price drop on the PS4. So it says the best place to play is now for $349.99. It shows the Uncharted Collection PS4 bundle, the 500 gigabyte. And I guess it suggests that there's a $50 price cut on the PS4. So the announcement is still listed at $399 and doesn't come with a gift card. So, but I believe I saw somewhere that there was going to be a gift card as well, a $50 gift card. So I don't know if the $349 was including a $50 gift card discount through Target. I don't know. But I believe that this is going to be coming soon, I hope. Looks pretty cool. So I hope to see this soon. I don't know how confirmed it is, but it looks like a legit article. If it's not, somebody did a really good job on a hoax. And I would expect PS4 or PlayStation to actually lower the price of this console because right now it's a 500 gig PS4, okay? Same gigabytes as the Xbox One, and it's $50 more. Now, I can see it now. If they're going to, it might be for the holiday season, but I hope it comes out soon. This is for the United States, by the way. I don't think I mentioned that. And I don't foresee them not dropping the price. They can't afford to now, I guess, because apparently with the PlayStation Plus that we're getting, we're only getting indie games, and they're not forking over the cash to get AAA games, especially like at least Killzone or Knack or something. No, it's been indie games ever since. Pretty much, I think we've gotten 4 AAA titles. It's not even worth the PlayStation Plus membership. I might not even get PlayStation Plus ever, like for a while, anyways. So I guess look forward to a PS4 price drop. I'm assuming we'll know in a day or two if this is real or not. And yeah, so apparently there's going to be a $50 gift card as well. So look forward to that, I guess. All right, last thing I want to talk about here. It's kind of cool. It says a court explains why EA could bring back NCAA football at some point. I mean, obviously it's really far away from if EA is going to start making a game again. I'd like to see 2K jump in on this NCAA license because I know NCAA cut their ties with EA after that whole lawsuit thing. The thing 2K needs to do is, I guess I'll talk about this first and then I'll get into it. How about that? So, a federal court ruled last Wednesday, this is a couple days old, that, the NCAA violated the antitrust laws by curbing how much athletes can receive while playing college sports. And they said schools are have to be allowed to pay a cost of attendance, extra scholarship money, and academic supplies, transportation, and other necessary expenses. The decision is complicated for the future athlete compensation. However, as the ruling also struck down the plan provide up to $5,000 of extra funds from the original abandon per year to athletes, so they can get $5,000 of extra funds as well. I'm not sure if that's a thing. But then there's a couple Twitter things here. It says, court says schools are required to pay COA. NCAA says we want to, but we don't want to be required by courts. Massive win for NCAA. Court not only upholds amateurism concept, but it's not paying student athletes is precisely what makes them amateurs. And the ruling did have some of the same, aneurysm because language, NCAA in recent years. And then there's this long one. After 6 years, untold millions of billable hours, the only O'Bannon change that the appeals court allowed was the NCAA already passed the COA. And then there's this little thing here. It says the NCAA argues, however, that we cannot find that the plaintiffs have suffered an injury. In fact, based on lost compensation for video game companies, because the NCAA has terminated its relationship with EA and does not currently work in any other video game maker, we disagree. The district court found that it's entirely possible that the NCAA will resume its support for college sports video games at some point in the future, given that the NCAA found such games to be profitable in the past, and that finding of fact is not clearly erroneous, given the NCAA's previous lengthy relationship with EA and the other evidence presented. It was reasonable for the district court to conclude the NCAA may well be working with EA or another video game company in the future. So the Ninth Circuit Court thinks you're getting your NCAA video game back eventually. So, and why not? NCAA made a buttload of money with the NCAA series, basketball and football. And college games are really fun. I don't know how many of you guys have played them, but they're extremely fun to play. I like that. They in this article, they basically said, hey, we made a lot of money on these games before. Why exactly should we believe you won't do it again? So, that's pretty much true, is they're probably going to be banking another game because basically the athletes can't get paid. They're amateurs. The school pays for the scholarship and everything. I could have told you that. School gives them a scholarship to go to school for free, basically. So I don't know why they want to get paid. I can kind of see there's a huge controversy in that. I'm not really going to get into it. But if 2K were to make a college football game, basketball game, whatever, okay, like they did in the NBA series, literally they have generic players, okay? Have the most generic players, not even close to stat-wise, number-wise, even race-wise, And then have a community roster download like EA did with NCAA 14, where people dedicated community members, and those guys are awesome, by the way. They go in and do all the teams, do all of the rosters up to date, with real players, stat-wise, everything, basically. And that's awesome. That's what 2K needs to do. Just be totally generic with the whole thing. If you do a community downloaded roster thing, people will go in and do the rosters. You don't have to worry about that. Will people still want to buy an NCAA game if the player likeness isn't there? Yeah, I believe so. I honestly believe that they will. Because you're going to support your school if you guys go to a school that's on the video game, or you just like college sports in general. I prefer college football over the NFL. I know, kind of weird, right? But I prefer college over the NFL, and it's because it's more exciting to watch. And video games are really fun to play. I still play NCAA Basketball 10, and I still play NCAA Football 14. Both of those are fantastic games from EA, and that's surprising. But yeah, I believe there will be a new game in the future, but I think it's going to be through 2K instead of EA. Because 2K kind of already has a jump start on that. They got colleges already for the NBA series. They got UCLA, Texas Longhorns, Wisconsin, Michigan. There's 9 colleges total, 10 colleges or whatever. So they kind of got a jump start on that. And the atmosphere for the college games, even though you only play 4 games, it's still really good. Atmosphere and whatever for it. So yeah, I really think that we're going to see a college game here maybe next year or the year after that. I hope so. I would not even doubt that. It's going to come back. That everything that guy's been fighting for in court saying, players need to get paid, you're using their likeness. The court basically said, no, they don't have to get paid or anything. You pretty much wasted your time. They overturned basically everything. And so yeah, now we're probably going to be seeing another college football game or any NCAA game really, because that's going to be awesome actually. So yeah, what do you guys think on this whole situation? I hope it happens. Yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about today. Make sure to like, comment, rate, and subscribe, and follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.